Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Home Brew Wednesday for October, whatever it is. November 16th? No, October 16th? I don't know. Anyways, hi. I'm drinking a just kegged yesterday Muntons Bitter beer kit. This was sent to me by Pre-Hopped. Fellow calls himself Pre-Hopped. He sent me this, and he sent me another one down there. I have yet to brew that one. So this is it, and wow, it's got nice lacing. It's been sitting here for a few minutes because I had to move my camera. I wasn't happy with the angle, but still, it still has a nice 1 or 2 finger head on that, and it still needs to clear up a little bit. But you know, I just brewed this kit in kilo because that's the way the box, the instructions said to do it. And so, because I wanted to taste it the way they intended it to taste, the Muntons people. So I just did it kit and kilo. I didn't add anything else to it. And I'm telling you, it's a pretty damn good beer. It's very clean. There's not a lot of hop profile to it. It's sort of bitter. It's a very clean malt backbone. There's no weird flavors or like off flavors or fruity flavors or anything like that. It's just a very clean tasting beer. And I would say that this would be great for doing things like adding hops or steeping some grains or adding flavors or something, because it just has it's very open to letting other things come through if you had other things you wanted to add to it. So I give it a thumbs up. I give this a thumbs up. I would brew this again. It's Muntons, and I have brewed their stuff before, and I have been happy with it. I'm going to lose my hat here. So what do we got? Well, this you might think that this is something that I've been waiting for a while. You might think that this is my new turntable, but I'm sorry that it's not. I have to call them tomorrow and see where that is. I may just take the display model because I'm sick and tired of waiting. So I've been trying to get my hands on these Brewer's Best beer kits. Okay, let me put this down first. I've done them before. I've had them sent to me but from viewers, and I really like their stuff. And I've had a hell of a time trying to find a place that carries them in Canada so that I don't have to ship it across the border and pay duty and all this other crap, on it. And really, it's been frustrating. And so today, I walk into my local home brew supplier, my one right down the street, Complete Home Brewing, and what do I see? Brewer's Best beer kits. Bob's your uncle. Look at that. Huh? Look, so I bought 2. I bought a, so this is what they look like. You can hear the beer caps in there. This one is an American cream ale. I've done this one before. Okay, and this was a fantastic beer, nice and clean, and whatnot. So that was that one. And the other one I bought, this one's heavy. This one is a double India Pale Ale. Okay, and I can't wait to do these. My supplier carries them now. He's carrying them. From now on, I can walk in and just buy these locally. I do not have to worry about how to get them. So I'm pleased because, as I said before, I've done a couple of these and I really liked them. I did a holiday ale and I did a cream ale. Let's just briefly take a look at what's inside. This is the double. What did I say it was? The double India Pale Ale. Okay, just moving my mat around here. So this comes with instructions. And they're very, very good instructions. These, just very, very good stuff. Beer caps, which I won't use. We've got grains here. We've got crushed caramel, 40 Lullabon, and crushed carapils. And I forget my glasses every time. So crushed grains. We've got 3 hop additions here. We've got 2 Columbus, 2 ounces each, so that's 4 ounces of Columbus. We've got 2 ounces of Cascade here. Okay, I mean, I'm just really excited about this. We've got some dextrose. Yep, they want you to put this in. Okay. We have the bag for the grains. Everything you need. Beautiful. Got some SO5, I think it is. Yep. SO5, USO5 yeast. Great stuff. That's for bottling. I won't use that. And then we've got 3 cans. That's 3 cans of Golden Light. I'll show you. Liquid malt extract. This is a high gravity beer. It's going to turn out having around 8% alcohol. 100 plus IBUs is what they calculated out as in the instructions. So it's going to be one hell of a beer. And I can't wait. And it's a partial extract. I can brew it on the stove. I don't have to worry about anything. Grains are already ground up, and that's that. So that's the way they package these. And they're inspected. There's a little slip in there that says there's an inspection number and all this kind of stuff, so they know who inspected it. So that person will get in trouble if there's something missing. So that's that one, and the other one is just a cream ale. I won't take it all apart, really. I mean, this is a more basic one. Excuse me. Instructions. There's some dextrose. There's a couple of hops. A cream ale. This one comes with Willamette. There's 2 Willamette 1 ounce additions. There's some Nottingham yeast. Of course, our caps. A whole bunch of dry malt extract and a can of Muntons liquid malt extract. And that's that. So that's what we get in there. And that's a really easy one. Now, I've done this one on YouTube, actually. So if you want to look that up, you can. Okay? American Cream Ale, Brewer's Best. If you want to look it up, I did that one. But I haven't done this one, the India Pale Ale. So I'm going to do a video on that one. I mean, just as I thought I was kind of running out of brewing ideas, I get these, and I'm gonna do this one on a video, just to show you. You know, you've seen me do that before, but just for fun. You know, what the heck. So, anyways, you have no idea how absolutely ecstatic I am that I can just go and buy these now. Right 3 blocks away. I mean, it's just amazing. They're really, really good beer kits. They make excellent beer. And there's lots of different flavors. There was a stout there, and there was another one. I can't remember what it was, but I didn't want to buy the whole, store. So that's that. So I'm going to be having some fun with those, and I'll let you know how the cream ale tastes too. But we'll do the double IPA on a video. So that was that. That made my day. I walked in there and I saw those and I went, "Huh? You're carrying these now?" He's like, "Yep." So, anyway, that's that. I also bought some records today, finally. I haven't bought any in a while, so we'll just show you what we've got here, because it's beer related, sort of, because I drink beer while I play my records, so we can say it's beer related. I saw a video on YouTube a few minutes ago. I was watching it. How to Make Craft Beer at Home, I guess it was called, I think. I'm not going to say who it was or what the guy's name was, but didn't like it. He said you have to spend at least $500 on equipment to make beer. I'm like, what? You don't have to spend that much money to make. Get a couple of pots, a fermenter, and a few hoses and a stir stick. That's all you need to start out with. Holy crap! $500, scaring people away. And then he said, if you're trying to brew beer to save money, forget it. You're never going to brew beer to save money. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I've been fooled all these years because I thought I was brewing beer to save money. He obviously doesn't live in Canada. So, I wanted to comment. I did place a comment on his thing, but I was nice about it. And, I said, you don't have to spend $500. And you can, I save money every time I brew. A couple of pots on the stove. I told him, I said, I do all grain on the stove. And if you want to go out and spend $3,000 on a Blickman setup, well, that's up to you. That's your problem. Although I would love one of those. I think they'd be great to have a nice brew stand and whatnot, but where am I going to put one, right? By the way, don't mind the background here. I mean, this is a basement and it is a laundry room and everything else. So, we this is the way that is. So it's cluttery, but that's the way it is. Okay, so I got, I picked these up for my cast, mainly, my broadcast. I get asked a lot to play Air Supply, so I bought the Air Supply record. It sounds great, man. For $2, you got your Air Supply. Whoops, I forgot to put that back in one of those things there. What do we got here? This one is the best of the Guess Who. And I played this, and it sounds pretty freaking good. So I'm anxious to play some of that on my cast. Chicago. What's the name of this one? 17. There you go. 17. So that one's great. I just have to play it through, so get rid of some of the residue. And I'll explain that in a minute. I already have this one, but this is actually, this isn't the one. Where the hell did the one go that I bought? There it is. This is one I already had. Put that down there. This is the one I just bought. Now look, if you want to know how to buy used records, okay, from thrift stores and whatnot, here's my method. I have a method. First thing I do is I look at the cover, obviously. I look at the top of the cover, the top edge of the cover. You see that? You see how worn that is? That's been pulled in and out of a record shelf many, many times, or it's been sitting and had things put on top of it and whatnot. So it's been around for a while. So next thing you just open it up. Okay, yeah, everything looks good. No bent corners. But the bottom's pretty worn out too. So then you look inside. If you do not find a sleeve, a record sleeve, like a cover for the record, an inner sleeve, don't buy it. Period. As soon as I see there's no sleeve, it goes right back in the bin. This one had a sleeve, so I thought, well, I'll give it a try. It doesn't sound very good. It's pretty scratchy. So I tried again today with this one. And this one, you can see the cover is very smooth. There's not a lot of fingerprints on it. The top of the cover is not worn like that. And neither is the bottom. So, and the corners aren't too bad. So this has been taken care of, or it's been sitting in somewhere. The inner sleeve, mint condition. Mint condition. Sometimes you can even smell them if they're still haven't been opened a lot. They've got that new record smell. So that is very good condition. And you also want to pull out the record, of course, a little bit. And you should bring a flashlight with you, because sometimes the lighting in the stores isn't good for checking. Take a flashlight And even sometimes I take a magnifying glass with a flashlight in it and look closely to make sure there's no scratches and things like that. Because you can clean dirt, but you can't get rid of scratches. So that's my little lesson on how I buy records, like used ones. Okay. So that's got some good songs on it. Whatnot. This has got to be my 4th Kenny Rogers greatest hits album that I've purchased. And I think I finally got one that's in like nearly perfect condition. See, nothing along the top. It's nice and it's in great condition. It has an inner sleeve. The inner sleeve's not torn, because those things are all telling you what the record has been through. The record itself is only one part of this whole package. The rest of it can tell you the story. If this thing's bent and these are worn at the top, that's telling you that the record's been through hell and back. I love this record. I cannot believe I found this. Tammy Wynette's greatest hits. And I played this today. And again, I looked at the top, nice and clean, no wear. It's got an inner sleeve, it's got an anti-static sleeve with it. And if the person who sold the record or took the record into the thrift store stores it with the opening at the top here instead of there, you know that they knew how to take care of records. So that's another little thing you can look for. If it's stored with the opening here and you can just pull the record straight out, then there could be problems with that, and I'll explain that again in a minute, because that whole ties in with the other thing I was going to explain. So that's a great album. Floyd Kramer. Oh my God. This record was pressed in 1968. And I played it today, and it has not one crackle on it. Not one. It's RCA Victor. RCA Victor invented the stereo record. They called it the Victrola, was the turntable that they brought out. They invented the stereo record, but they engineered it in such a way that it would still play on mono turntables. And this actually says on the back here, it's called Dyna Groove. Look at the technology. They called it Dyna Groove. And it says there that this record can be played on your standard mono turntable, but it will play in full stereo on a stereo turntable. There's writing on the top here. Okay, someone wrote on it. It says, now again, bloody glasses. Merry Christmas, love to Jack from Emily. So Jack got this for Christmas back in it says Niagara Falls, Ontario. 1969, Niagara Falls, Ontario is where she bought it for him in 1969. Now he's probably passed away now, and I have this, and it sounds just Floyd Kramer. I mean, his piano playing, almost every old country song you hear has the Floyd Kramer piano style in it. So maybe I'll play one of these on my cast Friday night. Okay, let's move along. I'm sorry guys, beer related. It's beer related. Yep, I need another one actually. That's good. I'll get another one of those. Wings at the Speed of Sound. You know, Paul McCartney Wings. This one's got silly love songs on it and Let Her In. You know, someone's knocking at the door, somebody's ringing the bell. Sounds great, by the way. I already have this. I bought it brand new, but I thought, to have a second copy, one that I can just rip out during my cast and play, a song or two from it without worrying about hurting my pristine, brand new copy. So that's why I bought Fleetwood Mac Rumors again. And what do we have here? This is Corey Hart. This has got the Sunglasses at Night song on it. Sounds phenomenal. Look there's no wear on the top. The sleeve is in great condition. It's not wrinkled or anything. I'm not going to pull that one out. It's stubborn. Okay, and finally, Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. It still has the shrink wrap on it. So obviously there's nothing worn or torn. and I played this. The inner sleeve was very discolored and brown around the edges, so I gave it a new inner sleeve because it deserves it. And I played this, and it sounds absolutely incredible. There are no cracks on it or anything, and it's got great songs, so I'll be playing that too. So that's some of the records I bought today during my cast, or during to play on my cast, and some of them I won't play, but the Floyd Kramer, I just love the piano. I just think it's great. I'm gonna get a beer. Just hold on. I think I maybe have to choose a different glass, because this glass is made for giving beer more head. It's got the laser etching on the bottom, and this beer obviously doesn't need that, so I'll have to wait for that to calm down a little bit before I drink that. Okay, so earlier I said I was going to explain something about records, about what can happen to them if the sleeve is not put in sideways, so that the opening is not here. And this can still happen even though they're stored properly, but records can, a few things can happen. Records can accumulate humidity. The paper sleeves that they're in, or plastic or whatever, humidity can develop in there and deposit itself in the grooves of the record, and then when the humidity evaporates, it leaves a residue in the grooves, and then so when you play the record, it's got this kind of a, kind of a hissy, weird, noisy sound to it, like a noisy connection, on a wire or something, or a noisy telephone line. So the best way to get rid of that is just to play the record, and the needle will scrape all that out. The other thing that can happen is that bugs can crawl in. Bugs can crawl in, any kind of bugs. Silverfish, little fruit flies, ants, I don't know, any kind of bugs can crawl in, and they can defecate on the record, okay? They can take, go to the bathroom on there, and then that sits there, and then that collects bacteria. And of course the bacteria grows, and then it sets itself down into the groove. And the next thing you know, you're playing your record, and it, for no particular reason, it just skips. And that's because you've got this mound of, bacteria or whatever sitting on the surface of the record. I have had this happen a lot, and I was stumped as to why records that I played last week, nothing wrong, and I pull them out this week and they're skipping. That's why. Anything can crawl in there, and spider, doesn't matter, and basically poop on your record, and or lay an egg or something, or some sort of secrete something on it, and that can also cause your records to skip. So it's best to keep them stored with the opening facing up. That way it's harder for things to get in, and yeah, that's that. And that's about all I've got. Let's check this beer now and see what we've... Oh, look at that. That just looks wonderful here. I mean, it's frothy and nice. And that's a Kitten Kilo. What the heck? It's so friendly. There's nothing in it that's going, it's got a little off flavor, or it's got a little of this or a little of that. No, it's just a very clean, easy drinking beer. I like it. Thank you, Pre-Hopped. It's refreshing as well. If you want to buy a CraigTube t-shirt, you're welcome to it. Go to tgtshirts.com, and that's where you get them. If you want one, they're there for you. Thanks to SJ Poor for Home Brew Wednesdays, and thanks to all you guys for watching and for supporting. Cheers. Can't wait. It's gonna be good. Brew on. Cheers and beers. Be safe.